YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for checking out another video. So in today's video I have a medium skin fade and a crop top. So we're not going to completely cut the top today, we're going to come and just add some texture. So our first step, what we want to do is you want to come in and do some deep point cutting. This will help allow to create a good amount of texture. Make sure not to take it too short. My client here has a double crown, so you want to bear that in mind. Also, while I'm here, guys, please remember to smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below what you want to see next, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. What I'm doing here is I've just coming in and doing a little bit of graduation through the contour, just because I felt like the side bit here was just still a little bit long through the contour. So what I want to do is just pull out the hair in even sections, keeping a good amount of tension and keeping a nice clean cutting line, while maintaining a nice static blade on the scissor. This will help remove some of the weight while maintaining length through that contour area. So now coming into our clipper work, the first thing we're going to do here is come straight in with our number 2. We're going to go come off the head square, using our shoulder more than our wrist right now, and this will help you keep a nice square motion. Going into that graduation ever so slightly, but being cautious not to ruin the shape that we have created. As you can see, I'm very fluid with that clipper movement. So a great way to practice this is just kind of get really loose with your wrist and use that shoulder when using the higher guards. This will help you keep a nice square shape on those sides. Next step we want to do is we want to come in and punch in our zero line. We're going to invert our clipper this time. We're going to use the Babyliss skeleton trimmers, and we're going to keep this line very horizontal, starting at the bottom of the vertical bar, keeping it quite horizontal through the back. He has quite a protruding occipital bone, so you want to go over that, because otherwise it'd be quite difficult to fade out that bottom line. After we've completely removed all the bulk of our trimmers, we're now going to come with our foil shaver, and we're going to come just under that line, making sure not to go too high, and we're going to use a circular motion to create no harsh lines. If you do create a harsh line, don't be alarmed, you can just kind of tap down with the foil shave, that should get rid of it, or just use your trimmer and that should get rid of it also, but making sure to get this as bald as possible at the bottom. Right, following that up, our next step is the wall 1.5 guard open, and we're going to work this directly under that too, where we left off before, again keeping a nice square shape on the sides. Right, next step, we're now going to come and close that lever, so now we've got a true 1.5 guard, and we're going to descend down here just in these two guards, so we're going to go directly under where we left off with the 1.5 guard lever open. The next step we're going to do is we're going to come and set in our lever open guideline. We're going to keep this as consistent as possible. We're going to go up about an inch in this guideline, making sure to keep this as consistent as possible, and use our brush to brush away any excess hair that we want to remove. As you guys can see, I'm going over this guideline quite a few times to make sure it's very consistent. I'm using my brush in my left hand, my clip in my right hand, and kind of clipping, then brushing, just to make sure that I don't miss any hairs. And as you can see, that is such a consistent guideline. And now our next step, we're going to come in and use our 1.5. It's a 1 guard open, sorry. And we're going to go just underneath where we left our 1.5 guard. And I'm going to kind of use our wrist a little bit more now, kind of flick out to make sure not to create any harsher lines. Our next step now is we're going to remove that bottom line. So we're going to come in and close our lever, and then we're just going to kind of remove that line ever so slightly. Going up ever so slightly, making sure not to go too high, and we're going to open and close our lever until that bottom line is completely removed. I didn't realise I sped up the footage, but I did close my lever on that one, but you can see there's still a slight fake line which we're going to get rid of with the 0.5 guard in just a second. But right now we're really focusing on that bottom line and making sure that gets removed very, very nicely. Right, so we're now coming in with our 0.5 guard, and this is what's going to kind of connect those open levers to the one guard. And this is really kind of like a detailing guard. You should use this when you want to kind of bring the whole fade together. But as you can see, I'm going to come back with different guards in just a second. I will talk over when I start using those steps. But right now you want to open and close your lever until that line in between the 1 and the 0.5 is completely removed. As you just seen, I just finished using the 1.5 guard. I'm now coming back to that 1 guard with the lever open and closed, and right now I'm detailing. This is where you really take your face to the next level, so you look in the mirror, look at it from different angles, and you can see your imperfections. This is really what pinpoints you from everybody else, and it gets you more clients in your chair. So make sure to take care in this step and take your time to get that fade absolutely blurry. Now we're coming in and doing some scissor over comb. I'm using the finer side of my comb just to kind of get in those little dark spots within the fade. And this is what's going to help you refine the clipper work and the scissor work on top. So remember to take your time and get that fade faded into the top effortlessly. Right, so now moving on to the other side, we're going to do the exact same steps on this side. So I'm going to let you follow it along, and I'll jump back in a little bit. Guys, I can't stress this enough, please smash that subscribe button. If that subscribe button isn't grey yet, then you're doing something wrong. I'll see you soon. Peace. Right, so now moving on to the back, we're going to come in straight away with our one guard open, and then we're going to kind of descend down here. So we're going to close that lever, and then we're going to come with the 0.5 lever open, and then we're going to remove that bottom line by opening and closing our lever, and then we're going to come with our 0.5 guard just to kind of refine that little connection point between the 0.5 and the 1. And then I'm going to follow that with a 1.5 guard, and that's the steps that we're going to have. So I'm going to speed the footage up, and I'll let you follow along, and I'll jump back in when we come and do the shape up.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Right guys, so now I'm going to come in and do the shape up. We're first going to come in and shape up the vertical bar. I'm going to lift the fringe up so I get a nice clear view of what I want to do. I'm going to press down lightly, making sure to angle the hair out slightly so it doesn't make his forehead look too big. And then I'm going to come and do the exact same steps on the other side, making sure not to press too hard, otherwise you will irritate the skin underneath depending on how close your clippers are set. You want to not push the hairline back in any sort of way and get a nice crispy shape up. So now I'm going to come in and start straight in the middle of the hairline. You want to start in the middle and work our way left to right or right to left, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But working in the center lets you set your your benchmark of where you want to look your whole way through, and you've got to envision what you want the hairline to look like. So make sure to follow these steps and you should come out with a crispy hairline. Right guys, so we're coming in and now using the blade. So what we want to do is pull the skin in the opposite direction and keep the blade at about a 45-degree angle. Using a very, very light touch, and you'll get that hairline nice and crispy. We're going to do the exact same steps on the other side. And look how sharp that hairline's looking, boy! Right, here's the before guys. Look at what my man came in looking like. To be fair, it wasn't actually that bad, but what a change it's going to be when you see the afters. And here's the after. Guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, please, please, please smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Comment down below what you want to see next. And I'll see you soon. Peace.